What's up, people? So we live in the lab. So today we working on the gearbox right now. So your CD009. So all the VQ, Z's, G's, VQ gearbox. So right now what we have is, so I'm working on the main shaft right now. So this is what, fifth and sixth gear synchro. And then I'm going ahead and putting the upgrade synchros in here that have carbon lining, so you can see the carbon on the inside of the cone right there. So what that does is that'll better combat heat because that's carbon, and then it'll provide a somewhat of a smoother gradual lockup as to the way these work, so that you can get a smoother gear change even at the higher rotational speeds and loads. So yeah, so we got the carbon fifth, sixth, and so as you can see here, so these are the OEM synchros, and so obviously this bad boy was grinding fifth, because remember, fifth, that's your 1-to-1 in this box. So that's generally where you're kind of producing a decent amount of torque and engine speed. So fifth gear kind of gets beat just like third, and that's your punch gears where you're pushing the lever forward. So you're always moving it a bit faster than your pull gears. And you're pushing on that motherfucker. So yeah, so you're kind of asking for a quicker bite, a quicker engagement on the upshift. And so you can see that fifth is clearly worn into the base metal. And then for comparison, when you look at six, which that's your overdrive, so usually that's only gonna be, you know, that's your freeway, your cruise gear. So you're not really ripping when you're shifting into six per se. So you can see the sixth gear, it hardly has no wear. The coating is still there. But like I say, the fifth is beat. Yeah, all the way around. Fifth. And so then also I got a third, which that's got carbon. So this is the triple cone. So you got one, then two in there, and then that makes your third cone. How these stack together and seat on one another. So yeah. Then we got, right now I'm just dealing strictly with fifth and sixth, and then that's the hub, the synchronizer hub for fifth and sixth. And then right here we got the main shaft here on the vise. So then already been cleaning and kind of polishing, doing a little bit of deburring, not too much. It's pretty good straight out the factory. Then first and second, those are good, so I'm not even gonna worry about pressing all the rest of this stack off, because usually in the VQs and the gearboxes, 1-2 stays good. I mean, you're not really doing much unless you're a gear crasher, you know, or doing dumb shit. But for track use, 1-2, you know, I ain't hardly using that except out of the pits. So that's about it. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your main runners right there. So yeah, man, we gonna freshen this thing up. Then that way now I'm gonna have me a nice gearbox for my car. And yeah, because all the years I've had this car, every freaking gearbox I've had always had some kind of little hiccup, you know. Either it was fifth, either started to grind and got worse, or third was all right for a little while, then it started to get notchy, then it started to grind, and yeah. And then I think I got another one that that I opened it and it broke the fork for third gear. So actually that gearbox is fine. It just got a broken fork, but I don't know. Once I take it all the way apart, see what it looks like, then I'll decide what I'm gonna do with it. But yeah, man, that's your main shaft right there. Then we got the counter shaft over here. So I deal with this separately, this 3-4, because we're gonna do some surface finish treatment on the hub and the selector, just to make a nice, better 3-4. So yeah, man, that's what's up. We in here. Later.